When people say they are afraid to post content, they usually describe it in practical terms. They talk about the camera, the lighting, their voice, the way they look. Those details feel solid, so it makes sense to focus on them. But those things are not the real problem. They are just the surface. What is happening underneath is a fear of being seen. Being seen is not the same as being noticed. Being noticed is brief and often is meaningless. Being seen, though, it feels personal, like an exposure of your thoughts and your experiences and identity all at once. When you speak on camera, you are not just sharing information, you are presenting yourself without a filter. For many people, that has never felt safe. If you grew up learning how to read rooms, adjust your behavior, and stay within expectations, you learned how to manage how much of yourself was visible. And that skill helped you survive school, work, family spaces. It taught you how to blend in and avoid unnecessary attention. Then over time, that strategy became automatic. Content creation, though, challenges that habit directly. When you record a video, there is no immediate audience to adjust to, no facial cues to guide you. There is no way to soften your words once they are published. That lack of control can feel unsettling, even when you cannot explain why. Your mind may try to label this as feelings of insecurity or self-doubt, and those labels sound reasonable, but they miss the point. The discomfort does not come from thinking poorly about yourself. It comes from uncertainty about how you will be received. Your body reacts to that uncertainty first. You might feel a pull to explain yourself too much, second guess simple statements. You might even feel the urge to justify why you talking at all. And those reactions are not signs of weakness. They are signs that you are used to protecting yourself socially, which is important. But being seen removes that protection. At work, being seen often meant being evaluated. Performance reviews, feedback, that correction taught you that attention came with judgment. Even positive attention could feel risky because it raised expectations. And over time, it became easier to stay in the background and do the work quietly, which is what I might prefer. When you turn on the camera, though, your body remembers those patterns. It prepares for evaluation even if no one is watching yet. You already worried about the judges judging. That is why recording alone can feel heavier than talking to someone in person. The absence of the feedback leaves your nervous system guessing, wondering. Fear of being seen often disguises itself as perfectionism. You might feel like you need to get the wording right, look right, sound right before you even post, before you even record. That pressure is not about quality, it's about safety. If everything feels perfect, it feels less risky to be visible. The problem is that perfection delays exposure, and exposure is the only thing that resolves the fear. Being seen does not become easier through planning. It becomes easier through repetition. And each time you show up without trying to manage how you are perceived, your body learns that visibility does not lead to harm. This learning does not happen quickly. It happens quietly in the background through ordinary everyday actions, posting a short video, leaving it up, speaking without over-explaining, allowing your voice to sound the way it sounds. These moments may feel small, but they are meaningful, especially to your nervous system, which is the most important thing. You need to understand that fear of being seen is not a personal flaw. It is a learned response. And most people are rewarded for fitting in. They are, not for standing out. Content creation asks you to reverse that whole conditioning without the social context that usually makes visibility feel safe. That adjustment takes time. It does. You do not need to force yourself to be bold. You need to allow yourself to be present. And presence does not require confidence. Nah, it requires willingness. Willingness is quieter than and more sustainable than any of that. If you notice yourself hesitating to post, pause before judging the hesitation. Ask what your body might be trying to protect you from. Often the answer is imagined. It's in your head. The judgment, the rejection, those fears, they feel real, but once you do it, it's nothing. The difference now is that you are choosing when and how to be seen. That choice is powerful, even if it does not feel the way you want it to yet. As you continue recording, though, your body will slowly recalibrate. The fear will disappear, but it will lose the fear won't disappear, but it will lose its urgency. You won't really feel it, but it's there. It will stop interrupting your actions. You might actually start wanting to record. When that happens, being seen will start to feel neutral instead of threatening. That's all we're trying to do. That is when the content creation shifts from effort to habit. To habit. That's what we want. If fear is present right now, it does not mean you are doing this wrong. It means you are touching something that matters within yourself. Stay with it long enough for your system to adjust, because it will. And this fear, it fades through experience. It's the only way. That's how I did it. That's what I'm telling you. That's how you gonna do it. Peace.